welcome back to Thrifty Choices. Today I'm going to clean two purses. This is one that I bought at the thrift store for $14. It is called a hobo bag, crossbody. And this Coach bag I bought for $6 at the thrift store. And you can see how dirty it is right here. And we're going to go ahead and clean that and see how good I can get it cleaned. And then we're going to clean this up. And there's a mark on here, right here. You can tell some of the leather, the black has worn off of the leather, so we're going to repair that. So let's go ahead and get started. So you're going to want to try to find some type of spot and stain remover. I found this at Big Lots and it was only $1.50. So what you want to do is try to find a small area. You might as well just pull out the lining of the purse and find a little spot that you don't care about and test the product to make sure it's safe on the product before you go ahead and use it fully on the product. So as I'm looking here, I'm hoping you can see the filth and the dirt in there. Hopefully the light can show you. I'll pull it up a little bit more. There is some dirt right there inside. And there's discoloration. You can see there's like a long dirt line right there. Whoops. See if I can do this better for you. There you go. You see the dirt line right there. I'll pull that taunt a little bit so you can see it. So there's dirt inside. There's pen marks. There's dirt along the side right here and along the back side. It's really challenging. I apologize. I'm trying to do the best I can for you just so you can see it. On the edges look pretty well decent, so I'm not going to concentrate on that. I may just spray it just to get it cleaned. So let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and pull this out and try to work on this. Now what happens is once you get started on this, you might realize that you might have to let it sit overnight and let the product, the spot remover, do its stuff and let it soak into it. You might have to not only get a rag, but maybe a toothbrush and really get into the crevices of the fabric. It won't hurt the fabric. This Coach is sturdy. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and spray this. And it's fuzzing a little bit. Now I have also used this on my car upholstery and it works absolutely wonderful. You can go to a Walmart and go into their cleaning product section and find a spot and stain remover, or go into where you find carpet cleaners and you can also find spot and stain remover there. So this is kind of soaking in a little bit. What I'm going to do is just do circular motions. Depending upon how deep the dirt is will determine how long you're going to have to do this. And you can already tell that dirt line is almost gone. It's starting to fade. You can still see it just a little bit. So I'm going to continue working on it. Spray some more. Just let this sit a little bit. Let it do its thing. And then go in and get this really, really clean. This is getting cleaner actually than I anticipated. It was filthy. The seam right there, look at how clean that seam was. Before it was filthy. You do, however, need to let it sit in for a little bit. This is the other side, and you can tell there's dirt right there along that side right there. So I'm going to have to scrub a little bit more. This is on the other side now. I already actually did that side. Just let it soak in. Now there is an ink mark right here that I'm working on. You do want to put some pressure on it. The ink mark actually faded. It actually came out really, really good. I'm surprised how clean this got. It was filthy before. So I'm going to tuck it back in for right now so I can concentrate on the back side. Hopefully you can see this. There's discoloration right there. Right there too. And that's probably something I'm going to have to let soak, but we'll give it a try. So again, make sure you test the spot remover on the inside of the bag before you spray it all over your bag on the spots that are dirty. The stain is still there. Hoping you can see it. It's right there. There's like a, looks like, it doesn't look like ink, it just looks like dirt right there. It's going to have to sit a little bit. It is filthy right there too. I don't think this camera gives it justice of how much dirt is really on there, but hopefully you guys can see it. So I'm going to spray that also. So I'm going to move that and just let it sit because it's a little bit more deeper than I anticipated. So we'll go ahead and go to the leather wristlet. Now, all you have to do is pull out out of the lining once again. Review it and see if it really needs cleaned. This actually is in really good shape. There's no stains on it. Well, is that a stain? Yeah, there's a little stain right there. Right there. There's just pen marks. Right. I can't find them now. They're right there. Very small. So I'm not concerned about that. We're just going to tuck this in and concentrate on conditioning the leather wristlet and also repairing, I should say, the leather damage right there. All right, so the leather is wearing down right there. Okay, so we want to condition the leather with saddle soap by Kiwi. You can find this in the shoe department where all the other shoe polishes are. This says a traditional blend of ingredients which cleans, softens, and preserves a smooth leather. It contains a fine soaps that thoroughly clean away dirt and grime. It says even salt stains. Saddle soap is formulated with, it says glycerin and lanolin to make leather soft and supple with a quality wax for added protection. What we're going to do is you get a cloth, any type of cloth, you can use a washcloth, and wet your washcloth with some water and get it damp. So wring it out a little bit just so it's damp. And in circular motions, you're going to just put it onto your rag until you get some on your rag. So there you go. And now we're going to condition it. So I'm just going to do one side so you see how it looks. I don't know if you can tell the difference, but it is a little bit brighter on this side versus that side. It looks more soft and supple, and this one looks really raggedy and dirty. You will see on your rag, it is dirty. So it's getting not all clean. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this side. I'm going to work the other side now. I love saddle soap. I use it for a lot of leather products and shoes and other items around the house that you might have. Okay, so now that I've got that cleaned, I'm just going to wipe it down. how supple that looks now. It just looks so shiny and so soft. Now I'm going to go back and see if I really need to repair that mark. And it's gone. It wasn't a leather. It wasn't any type of thing to do with the leather. It might have just been a mark on it, but if you could see the corners, I've done all the corners, and I cannot find where that, after I cleaned it, any damage to any of the corners. I got this at the thrift store for, I want to say $1. So it's brand new. I don't need to do any repairs. What I was going to do was either use some liquid black stain, and what you do is you just dab it on there and you just rub it, and then you let it sit for a little bit, and then what I do is I go again and clean it so it blends in. Or you can use wood repair markers, and I got these at Bed Bath & Beyond for $7. But also Walmart has these too. They're wood markers, and you can use them for any type of purses that have any damage to them, to their leather. You can just mark it and then clean it with your saddle soap, and you're good to go. All right, this is awesome. I'm really excited about that. That turned out really, really good. It just needed a really good cleaning. I like cleaning it a couple more times. Oh, I am so excited about this. All right. So there you have it. This was as is. They saw that little mark on it and thought it was damaged, and look. What a treasure. So now what we're going to do is clean this big bag. Now there is also leather on it. This handle is leather and the trim is leather. So what I'm going to do is this is really filthy. It just looks filthy to me, and it may not be, because I know Coach had, it wasn't a gray, it was like a dirty gray. Ooh, but I just found a huge stain right there. So I'm gonna work that out right now. So let's do that. So again, remember to test your product from the inside of your bag. And let's just kind of examine the bag inside here. Whew. Okay, so we've got a lot of ink stains. Look at that. Holy mackerel. That one's pretty dirty. Pretty dirty. So we'll see if the stain remover gets that out. I might have to let it soak. So what I'll do is, I'm gonna go ahead and get that stain started, and then we'll put some, you know what? I will spray this now, because someone looked like the pen broke off inside, or it was just a pen that did not have a lid on it. So let's go ahead and get this sprayed and get it started so it can soak in. And then I'm going to start on this. Let it sit for a little bit. That came out real easy. It's out. I didn't have to scrub that hard at all. I don't even know what it was, but it's out. That was amazing. It's gone. There's no stain there. I didn't have to hardly rub it all. All right, so I don't know how much of a challenge this is going to be for me, but we'll see. It might be something I need to let sit overnight. It is coming out, but I'm really having to I'm going to let it sit a little bit longer. This is actually coming out, but it's taking a little bit of time, so I'm going to let it do its thing while I find some more spots on this. And to me, this is dirty, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually spray the whole thing down, because to me it looks dirty. It may not be, but it just looks dirty to me. So let's just, oh, here we go. Here's another stain. Now, here's another stain right there. You see the stain right there? This is a water stain, or a stain from the stuff I just used. So there's another stain, so let's work it out. Okay, so there's the stain right here. I'm just gonna, look like someone got chocolate on it. We'll spray that right there. So let it fuzz a little bit. We're just gonna work it out, circular motions. You can scrub up and down. Circular. Right now I'm just spot treating this. The stain's out. Look at that. Look at how clean that is. There's no more stain there. So I just found another stain right here. It might be just water stain or the solution stain. Or solution, the stain solution just got wet on the fabric right there. But let's see. And you can do one or two things. You can go ahead and take the whole thing and spray it down and just wash it. Or you can spot treat it, whatever you think is best. And like I told you, I think this whole thing is dirty to me, so it's not going to hurt to spray the whole thing down. The purse will need to sit overnight to dry, and that's okay. I might like it after it gets cleaned. The back side doesn't look too bad. It doesn't have stains on it. It is, here's another stain on the back, right there. Right there. So let's work that stain out. Let it fuzz. Circular motion. Back and forth, up and down, circular again. And it is out. No more stain. It's all gone. So this side isn't too bad. Well, yeah, there is. Man, there's another stain right there. You see it? I'll work that one out now. This was dirtier than I thought. Again, let it sizz, fuzz, counterclockwise, clockwise, circular, up and down. You do need to put a little bit of pressure, and voila, it is out. So now I'm going to, gosh, I keep on finding all these little stains. There's another one right there. So let's get that one out. Now I'm going to spray this anyways, because it's an older purse. There is some damage to the purse, not noticeable, just at the bottom right there and right there. It's not noticeable. This is an older purse though. Make sure you don't spray on the leather. Get this saturated. I think I'm going to do this bottom right here. Let it sit for a little bit. And just scrub it down. And you'll notice when you spray it all down that you'll come across some little more stains like I did. Okay, that is all clean. And we're gonna go back into the inside portion of it and see how we're doing here. I might have to let this sit because of the ink. It's taking a little bit longer to come out. I may not have to. I might just use hairspray to get it out because I know hairspray does get ink stains out. But this is working pretty good. It is fading, but it just needs to be worked out. And then when you have the leather again, we'll do the same thing. We'll just get it wet, your rag, squeeze it out. You're getting it wet. Get some more saddle soap, and you just clean it all up. This is conditioning the leather as getting all the grime. It's cleaning it really well. And it's okay to get this on the cloth. It's not going to hurt the cloth. You can condition the strap if you wish. And just wipe it down. And there you have it. This turned out really, really well. I'm very pleased with how clean this turned out. And I'm going to let this sit out so it can dry. Now, granted, I'm going to also let this sit out because I want to clean this a little bit deeper. So when you want to let it clean a little bit deeper, just spray some more solution, your spot and stain remover, on the area and let it sit. And sometimes it needs to sit overnight and just check on it. Normally I let it sit for maybe 5 minutes and then I go ahead and scrub it. And then I wait a little bit to see if it needs more or less scrubbing. It depends on if this really matters to you or I. So if the pen marks don't matter, just do a quick spray inside to get it cleaned. And then, you know, no one's gonna see that. So it's really up to you whether or not you wanna get it super, super clean, which you can. The ink stains will come out. Now going back to this one, I'm probably gonna let this sit for a little bit and just let it penetrate through. It's not getting as clean as I wish it would on these little marks. There's just a couple spots that I really need to concentrate on, and that's when you would leave it overnight and just let it dry. So again, I'm going to go ahead and let this dry overnight. It is clean, but I'm also going to concentrate on doing this. So thanks for watching Thrifty Choices. I hope this was useful to you, and there's a new video every Friday. I will see you soon. Thanks again. Please like, subscribe, and comment.